Hi, it's me Harukuma, and for today's video I'll be telling you guys what are my hobbies outside the furry fandom. Being a furry doesn't mean that I always have a hobby which is furry related. I also have different hobbies outside the fandom. So I would like to share them with you, and let's get started. For the first hobby that I have, everyone has this, which is gaming. As a kid, I actually loved playing games, and even before being part of the fandom, I'm a huge gamer way back then and even now. I always love playing furry games such as Spyro, Lion King, and even Bomberman Fantasy Race. I also play some games that are a bit hardcore, such as Bloodborne and Sekiro. The reason why I play video games is that it's a way for me to calm down and relax, like visiting another world through a computer or through games means a lot to me. Especially now with the pandemic going on, it's the only pastime that I have that could actually help me with my sanity. Also, games has a lot of ways to help us out, such as being able to communicate with our friends, and we're able to hang out with them through VR chats and even online games such as Fiesta Online, which is a really old game, or other mobile games such Honkai Impact. Yes, I do play Honkai Impact and Genshin, which I definitely love to play with you guys someday. Next is Nerf Guns. Harukuma, why do you want Nerf Guns than Airsoft? Well, here's an explanation. When I was looking in the YouTube, I found tons of Nerf gun videos, and wow, it looks cool and it looks fun. The way that they modify their Nerf guns to have tons of gimmicks such as extra ammo or automatic ammo reloader and tons of scopes. The Nerf guns have tons of customization that looks cool, that is not usually real weapons, and they have creative ways to make it look realistic. Also, it's very accessible. Everyone has them, and you can buy one from the store and even attachments to the toy store itself. The best part about Nerf guns for me is that I love customizing weapons such as this kind of toys. When I actually saw that people can 3D print their own parts, I was like, wow, that is cool. It's like making a new blaster, a new Nerf gun out of the 3D model. And I am so happy the way they actually get creative in how they make this. And I was hoping to see more of it in the future. I would love to play with you guys someday with Nerf guns, but due to the pandemic, I'm not able to do so. And darts is quite a bit expensive, so we need some closed area we can rent for the whole day, which is I'm hoping to happen someday. And next is that I was actually training for swords or lightsaber duels. Yep, that is my sport. And I know it sounded like weird to the Philippines itself, like usually you only learn Kung Fu or Arnis. But focusing on swords, that's kind of odd. But yeah, there is a fandom which is Star Wars, which loves to actually play with these lightsabers, and they're so hard and durable. Whenever you slap or even hit another person, not intently hitting them, but hit another person, things, or even trees, it will not break. Not like other toys that you see on the store. These lightsabers are made for dueling. It is cool. It looks like a legit lightsaber from the movies whenever you swing it. Like it leaves like a trail from whenever you swing it. It's like a giant glow stick, but wow. When I started doing this hobby, I can't stop. I wanted to get a lightsaber for my own, and I started training with my friends, getting to know the Star Wars fandom more. Other than being a furry, I learned different cultures of the fandom from the Star Wars perspective and how they see me as. They're all kind and welcoming people, and they were really nice to me. They're all nice and they can teach everyone self-defense and as well as proper saber control and proper lightsaber dueling. It's like saber safety is there, how, what, or not to use it, and how to use it. It is cool. When I went to the park every night and hang out with my friends and duel with lightsabers, the stress from my work suddenly disappears. Like, wow, that was a fun exercise, and not only fun, you get to learn more about what are the things you have done wrong during the time of your session. And no worries, in this fandom, they don't have any entrance fee, just like every fandom. You can join us whenever you want to train and even borrow lightsabers if you brought extra. As long as you return them to us, please. And speaking of lightsabers, I have a friend whose page is Saber Sentry. Saber Sentry is a lightsaber shop where you can order from the Philippines itself, and he usually have tons of lightsabers ready. Like he buys them on bulk, depending on the demand, and even lightsaber blades that you need replacing with. He is well prepared, and Saber Sentry is really great for your first lightsaber. If you're in the Philippines, you're planning to join lightsaber community, try to visit the description link below for Saber Sentry, and you can browse, chat, and even ask about what lightsaber you need, because different lightsabers can't always be the same. They have dual grade, which is for dueling. The other one is for cosplaying, which has sounds and even motion sensors. Like whenever you swing, it makes a sound, or when you turn it on, it'll make a realistic lightsaber ignition. It's cool in a way, and he has everything you need. Saber Sentry has everything you need to know and to get you started on this wonderful hobby and wonderful sport. And for most part, this is one of the best way for you to know what kind of lightsaber that gives you the feel like you need to use every day. So you will not make a mistake, nor buy the wrong one and regret it. So I highly recommend you guys to visit Saber Sentry now and ask more about the lightsabers he currently has. And he will answer them politely, and he will be happier to see you guys enthused to choose your first lightsaber. And for my hobbies, that's actually one of the best things or best place for me to visit. I'm actually planning to buy a new lightsaber someday, and maybe someday after the pandemic is over and I have enough, I will get another lightsaber. And I'll always be with Saber Sentry and the quality products and how they handle their customers with. It's really, really best. Really the best one. Okay? Now, you're all wondering, does a furry usually have two or more fandoms or more than one hobbies outside the fandom? Truly, we do. Tons of furries has a lot of different hobbies in the way they could express themselves. There are others who has a hobby of making drones, like making them into a dragon and flying them to the like flying. I have a video about that, but actually kind of don't have it anymore. There's one furry who loves to make drones and can actually make it fly, and tons of other furries who can make games, and other furries who loves animation outside the fandom at least, and others love doing racing, especially one furry friend that I have which loves customizing their car, like real car, like a real car, like they wanted to make it look like a sports car, just like in Need for Speed. Overall, many furries have this kind of different hobbies, and you would love to befriend them. We are all unique in our own way. We are not only in the fandom just for the sake of it, but we have different ways of our pastime or doing with our pastimes. And overall, that's all my hobbies. And I hope you guys learn some other hobbies you would like to proceed with. Not to worry, even if you are furry, you can still do all these hobbies regardless. And I know there are other fandoms that will accept you guys, just like me. Being with Lightsaber Philippines was the best joy I ever had. I was welcome as a furry for who I am, and no discrimination. It's all fun and joy. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully by the next video I'll be telling you guys more about how does a furry does during quarantine. So thank you so much and have a nice day. Goodbye.